It's September 10th, 1945, in a small farming town called Fruita, Colorado. The sun is starting to set, and a tired farmer named Lloyd Olson wipes the sweat off his brow as he leans an old axe against a chopping block. He doesn't know it yet, but in a few minutes, he's going to be creating one of the strangest legends the world has ever seen. Because what Lloyd is about to do will produce a creature so bizarre, so impossible, that people won't just talk about it, they'll pay money to see it. And it all begins with a single rooster. And welcome to Dredge Reality, where we talk about crazy facts, mysteries, and scary stories we've dredged from reality. Please subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification and the like button so you don't miss any content we've dredged up for you. Now let's get to digging. The story begins when Lloyd walks into his chicken yard and starts scanning the flock. He picks out a plump white rooster about 5 months old. Its feathers shine in the fading sunlight as it clucks nervously as Lloyd approaches. There's nothing remarkable about this chicken. It's just dinner. Clara, who is Lloyd's wife, is inside prepping the dinner table. His mother-in-law is coming over, and Lloyd wants to make sure that the chicken is perfect. He knows she likes the neck meat, so he'll make sure to do it carefully. Once he sees that plump white rooster, he knows it's just perfect. He grabs the rooster, sets it up on the chopping block, and raises his axe. He then swings the axe. The head rolls to the ground. Lloyd steps back, expecting the body to twitch a few times before it goes still, just like every chicken he had ever butchered. But this time, something was wrong. The chicken doesn't fall, it doesn't twitch, it stands up, blood dripping from its neck. The bird stumbles forward like nothing had happened. It flaps its wings, steadies itself, and tries to peck at the ground, except it has no head. Lloyd stares in disbelief. He's seen chickens flop around after decapitation. Every farmer has. But this isn't a spasm. This bird is acting alive. It's walking around with intent. From the kitchen window, Clara screams,
"Lloyd, what is that thing doing?"
Lloyd drops the axe, backing away. For a long moment, he just watches the bird, its body moving as if nothing is wrong. He doesn't know whether to kill it again or just let it be. By nightfall, the chicken is still moving. Lloyd, extremely baffled at this point, scoops the bird up and puts it in an old apple crate with some straw.
"It'll be dead by morning,"
he mutters. But the next morning, when he opens the box, his jaw drops. The chicken, headless, bloody neck sealed into a clot, is standing, wobbling slightly but alive, breathing, balanced, watching him. Well, not watching, but still alive. Lloyd calls for Clara.
Clara!
They stand there, staring at it, and then for reasons they can't explain, they decide to keep it alive. They name it Mike. So why did this happen? Later, scientists would discover that Lloyd's axe had missed a critical part of Mike's brain, the part that would have killed him instantly. In chickens, the brain stem, which controls breathing, heartbeat, and basic reflexes, is lower in the skull than in humans. Lloyd's swing severed the head, but left most of the brainstem intact. In other words, Mike's body was still fully capable of moving, breathing, and eating, if someone could figure out how to feed him. Lloyd, curious, begins experimenting. He drips a mix of milk and water directly into Mike's throat hole with an eyedropper. Amazingly, Mike swallows. He tries again with small grains of corn, and Mike eats those as well. Lloyd realizes he can keep this bird alive. Day after day, he feeds Mike carefully using a dropper, then clears mucus and food with a small syringe. To his shock, Mike doesn't weaken, he gains weight. This isn't some freak show animal barely clinging on to life. Mike is thriving. He walks around the yard, tries to preen his feathers, and even attempts to crow, though it all comes out as a faint gurgling sound. At first, the Olsons just show Mike to their neighbors who gape in horror. Some are fascinated, others call him a monster, but soon, word spreads beyond the town. A local paper writes about the headless chicken that refuses to die. Then Life magazine comes calling. When a photographer arrives and captures images of Lloyd holding his proud, headless bird, people across America are stunned. Within weeks, Mike becomes a national phenomenon. Reporters flood the Olson farm, scientists ask questions, and then the carnival world calls. A promoter named Hope Wade offers Lloyd money to put Mike on display. Soon, Lloyd and Clara are traveling across the country with Mike, showing him off at fairs and sideshows. People pay 25 cents to see him. Some scream, some laugh, others just stare, unable to look away from the creature walking calmly around his cage, alive but headless. Mike the Chicken became an instant celebrity, earning a whopping $4,500 a month on average, which would be equal to about $60,000 a month in 2025. He was also insured for $10,000. He even toured with other oddities like two-headed animals and snake charmers. But Mike is different. He's not a deformity, he's just impossible. Behind the scenes, it's not easy. Lloyd and Clara must carefully feed Mike multiple times a day. If they're late or careless, he could choke to death. Traveling with him means carrying syringes, eyedroppers, and constant vigilance. Some people accuse Lloyd of exploiting Mike, but Lloyd insists he's taking good care of him. In a way, Mike has become more than just a chicken. He's a part of the family now. Mike lives like this for 18 months, but one night in March of 1947, while staying at a motel in Phoenix, disaster strikes. Mike suddenly begins choking in the middle of the night. Lloyd reaches over for the syringe, but realizes with a sinking feeling that he had left it behind at the sideshow and forgot to pack it. Without it, there's nothing he can do. Mike suffocates, and just like that, the miracle is over. Today, Mike's legend lives on. The town of Fruita holds an annual Mike the Headless Chicken Festival every May, complete with a 5K run called Run Like a Headless Chicken, a wing eating contest, and games in his honor. There's even a bronze statue of Mike in downtown. What's amazing isn't just that Mike survived, it's that a simple farm accident created one of the strangest true stories of all time, one that still baffles people nearly 80 years later. That concludes the unbelievable story of Mike the Chicken. So the next time someone says running around like a chicken with its head cut off, remember Mike, because for 18 months, one chicken defied nature, science, and death itself and became a legend.